Wrestling Crossroads!
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling Crossroads. I am one half of Dynamic Duo Twisted alongside Brother Pyro.
What's up, y'all?
And we have Desario.
Not the Ethan Page.
Oh, my lordy. And we are talking AEW.
Sir, you know they can't see you, right?
They can, though.
They can't. We are talking AEW's Forbidden Door. Not as, bloated as usual AEW shows are, but we have brought AEW back for our short little stint bit. So getting us started, did you want to start with Cope and Cage, or did you want to start?
I'll start with that one. So, for the tag team titles, we have Cope and Cage versus the Dogs, David Finley and Clark Connors. Now, Clark Connors and David Finley are new additions to AEW. Mm-hmm. Let's go back a little bit how we got started here. Cope and Cage dethroned FTR for the tag team titles out with the last PLE or pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it. And so they came out with a bunch of disposable cameras to recreate 5-second poses. Well, the Dogs just weren't having that, so they came out and jumped the living crap out of Cope and Christian. And so they took the cameras, tried to do their own 5-second pose.
Of course they did.
And of course, Cope and...
You know, everybody trying to say, oh, they ruined a moment that we haven't gotten in 20 years. Do y'all not remember about 10 years ago when he was still known as Edge at the time? Him and Christian were guest hosts for Monday Night Raw. I think it was summer of 2014.
Yep.
And, they came out with that. Those of you with the benefit of flash photography, and everybody got their 5-second pose 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
But, now we got this tag team match leading off for Forbidden Door. I like where this is kind of going. It's going to be a little bit of a physical match. I'm not exactly sure how much longer Cope and Cage have, so let's appreciate them while we still have them.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Give them their flowers while they are still present.
Yep. I agree. And so, going into predictions for this one, it's unanimous. We're all going on the team for Cope and Cage. Go into reasoning.
It's Cope and Cage. I love the Dogs. Their time will come. But again, you just put the straps on them.
Yep.
And I don't want to see it end so abruptly. I think this is more the nostalgia factor playing in here than it actually is, conductive reasoning.
That's a fair point. I also think it's too soon for the Dogs to win the titles, being this early in the company with them.
I also feel like that's fair.
All right.
I love that Finley has him and his two sons are all making money in the business.
Absolutely.
Because for those of you that don't know, his other son is part of the Birthright faction out in NXT, and they have been wildly successful as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It was funny. I was watching an interview with David Finley, and they asked him why he didn't make the jump to WWE. And he was like, yo, I've never made money with my dad. I've never made money with my brother. I've made money with this guy, though, and with that guy. So I'm going to go where I know I can make money with people that I've done it with before.
Can't fault him.
I really can't.
I mean, that'd be your mindset, though, too.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, I've never worked with you, so I don't know if I can succeed with you. I have found success working with you. Mm-hmm. And, But all right, the Continental title on the line. Jon Moxley defends against Bandido. I'm actually kind of excited for this match to have just been thrown. For it to be one that was just kind of thrown in there.
Isn't this title supposed to be one that goes through a bracket to be defended?
That happens later.
That happens later in the year, but
And
it can still be defended throughout.
I still remember what the title had.
Yes,
on it.
but you also can defend it throughout the rest of the year as well.
And then if you have the title, you're entered into the tournament.
Automatically.
Okay. You're just, obviously in the finals.
Not in the finals.
No,
you get added
you
into
just
the tournament.
you don't have to earn your way into the tournament.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You think you'd be the last one for them to go after?
because if you lose in the tournament, then you are no longer the champion, and they crown a new champion
at the end. Okay.
at the end.
Okay.
If that ends up being the case.
It's how Okada kept the title for a while.
That's how Eddie kept it too, wasn't it?
He won it, but then he lost it to Okada.
I was saying he was the inaugural champion.
That's what I remember.
Which, great move. I need to see them do something with Eddie Kingston again, though.
Yeah, he's been MIA for a while.
He's been, I think it's Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Which
is basically MIA.
Yeah.
Might as well be.
So, bring him back.
Yes. But everybody here has gone Jon Moxley. I think it's Moxley. You're not going to pull the trigger on Bandido right now. And the Death Riders. The Death Rider. I know. Oh, there's not supposed to. Get your behind over here.
Sir?
I get it. You're not really supposed to have outside interference, but it's the Death Riders, and they're going to do whatever they want anyway.
I just want the Death Riders done on my TV.
Dude,
I want it
Nemeth.
done.
So, listening to Busted Open as we do, Nemeth and Bully have stated, listen, I get it's a slow burn, but at this point, you've given us too slow a burn. Yeah, we're not really sure what's going on, and if I don't have a payoff to the Death Rider storyline by All In, you need to just let it go. You need to just blow it up, call it a day, wash it off, be done with it the same way, and that is how they feel about the Vision in WWE as well. Just at this point, there has been no payoff. Everybody in there has been cursed and riddled with injury. Call it a day, disband the group, let everybody do their thing. It's the great singles competitors that they are. Maybe the one-time, the handful of interactions or whatever later.
All right. Jumping into our women's Owen Hart finals, Mercedes Moné takes on Maya World. Obviously,
I forgot about that, Lizard.
The series of matches that lead up to this. I know Willow Nightingale was taken out of this due to injury, so she was unable to compete.
There's a couple injuries in here that have caused a lot of pivots and substitutions.
Yep.
I have to say, though, as much as I would hate Mercedes Moné going back-to-back and winning, because I can't get behind her in AEW like I did when she was in WWE, I don't understand the stance behind Maya World, because to me it just feels like they're giving this to her because her brother died.
I'm more upset about the match that Maya World had with Athena. Athena should have been the one in this position.
Exactly.
My final bracket, once Mercedes got revealed as the wild card opponent,
which we all knew it was going to be.
Actually, I didn't. I didn't. You could have
tell.
given me a million other names. My final matchup, though, was Athena Mercedes. That was
over.
Yes, with Athena going over. Like, that was my final bracket. I would have put money on it if I was a gambling man. Like, this is where we were at.
Yeah.
This was your story. This was your build. These are probably two of the most over women and probably two of the best built women you have in your company right now, as it stands.
And you fumbled the ball.
He fumbled the bag so hard.
It just shows what AEW thinks of Athena on a personal level. She can be the forever champion of Ring of Honor, but no one's really around to watch it unless you have Honor Club, which isn't that big of an audience for AEW. And whenever they bring her onto AEW TV, she loses.
Because it's not... People aren't going to pay $30-$40 for a membership on a monthly basis for a once-a-week program.
No.
And then on top of it, I have to pay an additional $50-$60 whenever they have a pay-per-view. I'm not paying you about $100 a month
just to watch
for
all this.
one show.
Yeah.
Nobody. Plus, let's be real. They're really using the Ring of Honor system like WWE uses Evolve and NXT. This is your developmental system. I want to see if you can get over here. If you can do great work here, then yes, I will do this for you.
Then what are the Iconics doing over there?
I was going to say the Inspiration.
I still call them the Iconics.
Yes,
the Iconics,
but my
Athena.
thing is, this is also we're throwing you on Ring of Honor because we don't want to find time for you on the Collision, which nobody watches, or on the Dynamites,
which you barely get at this point.
Like this is I'm throwing you a bone, so that way I can still say I utilize you, even though I'm not truly utilizing you.
Fair. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
Exactly. Nobody has to like it.
They did do ROH for a bit.
But
the Hardys did do ROH for a bit.
At the same time, I'm keeping you under contract and with a paycheck so that other promotions can't have you. That's what it is. Why are you going to leave when I'm still giving you all this money? And now, somebody who wasn't utilized in WWE, you're being utilized, you're forever champion, you don't need to lose the belt.
You don't need to lose the belt, but I'm never going to put you in a position to show off what you can do as a champion, because when was the last time she defended that belt? How often in the 1,500 plus days that she's had that belt,
she actually
has she actually defended that?
She actually has been defended.
She's been defended.
Yeah. It's just, these are...
Very infrequently.
These are, no, not necessarily. These are house shows. These are non-televised. They do come out with it that she has defended these. But at the same time...
So they're in matches that don't matter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When was the last time you made it matter?
They never have, because it's Ring of Honor at this point. Once he bought it, it was nothing.
And again, nobody's going to pay the money for Honor Club or whatever when this isn't the Ring of Honor we all know.
No.
This isn't what we signed up for.
I mean, MXM is the main reason why I don't watch Ring of Honor.
I forgot they existed, and I'd be glad if they just lived under a rock again.
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue what that is, so I'm just going to go into our predictions.
Maximum Male Models. I know you remember them.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
They are now signed under the AEW umbrella.
And are performing on Ring of Honor.
Of course they are.
Aligned with what, Johnny Mundo?
Johnny TV.
I was like, it was Johnny TV. When he first debuted in AEW, it was Johnny Elite.
It was, I don't care because you've had too many names for me to care about. You have like 17 names just like Penta. At least he kept it short in WWE. It's Penta. Anywho.
It's always been some form of Penta.
Again, but 17 names. Going into the predictions, me, you, and Flash are going My World. You and Pix have gone Mercedes Moné.
It's the only logical one.
It's logical, but I want the shock value. Like, I don't want to see Mercedes come back the way she has after having dropped everything, which, great on her. Jesus. But no, that comment threw me off. Hold on. Short-circuiting, rebooting. Okay. It is the only lot, but I don't want to see her come back and be thrust into the title picture again. And that's when she debuted. She became the belt collector. And yes, she worked and gave back all the belts to the original indie companies that she won them from. But I want to see her actually work and be built towards a credible title reign or potential title main event picture.
That's because before he left, Danhausen cursed her. I had to get that in. That's why she lost all of them.
You know what? Danhausen is probably still being the most celebrated man in the state of New York right now.
He's got his own NBA championship merch right now.
Exactly. He was just on Steven like.
Well, anyways, let's move on to a dream match. The reason why Forbidden Door was created to begin with is to have these dream matches from inter-promotions.
You know, that Forbidden Door really ain't so forbidden anymore.
No, and trust me, I have many grievances with the name Forbidden Door and how this is kind of going right now.
It made sense for the first one.
WWE, AEW, that would be a Forbidden Door at this point.
That's the...
But again, I'm gonna say the same thing Bully did about 2 weeks ago when a fan called in and was like, okay, if this is truly supposed to be about working with other companies, why don't they open it up to this indie promotion? You don't want to open that door too wide.
No.
There's going to be way too much going on. You're really, that's why you really lose the fans, because they're going to be so clueless as to what is going on, especially if they don't follow the other. You don't want to open that Forbidden Door too wide. Now, if you want to keep it open the crack that it is and maybe rotate a New Japan with a Pro Wrestling Noah, or take out Stardom for a bit and do like Women of Wrestling, or rotate in a CMLL or an MLW. Like, keep them in rotation.
Yeah, rotation will be a lot better than to sit there and do like the same time every single year.
But here's like 17 promotions all represented on the same card.
Well, and the other problem too is that anybody who shows up on Forbidden Door from New Japan ends up signing with AEW within a year or two anyway.
Oh yeah, they get poached.
So I mean,
they get poached. Tony Khan has been poaching.
So it's lessened the dramatic impact on all these things. But this match right here, it's got all the dramatic impacts. We got Zack Sabre Jr., arguably the best technical wrestler in the world today, taking on Kenny Omega, Mr. AEW himself, Mr. Big Match Machine.
It was the best bout machine.
Same difference.
Yep.
If you're going to call him by his nicknames, at least use it correctly. At least call him by the right nickname.
Anyways, these two had one match back in 2018, back in New Japan, in the G1 Climax. Great match. If you've never seen it, go back and find it. I'm sure you'll be able to find it on YouTube. But I am expecting nothing short of a
Join
banger.
the New Japan streaming service. It's like $10 a month.
You'll find it there.
You will 100% find it there, and then you won't have to pay the additional costs either for things like what's the big one? What's the big one?
Wrestle Kingdom.
Thank you.
Yep.
You won't have to pay for you don't have to pay anything outside of what you pay for the streaming service for the rest of their pay-per-views.
And then
Tony Khan, take notes.
And then lastly with this match, this is Zack Sabre Jr. on American soil. He has famously said he does not want to wrestle for an American company. He is happy in New Japan. So when we see him over here in the States on a state show, it is something special that you got to watch.
What was it, last year or the year before when he took on Danielson at Forbidden Door?
That was 2 years ago.
Yep. That was.
Oh my God, that match was
Was
magic.
this at the start of this?
No. This is not. Is this Forbidden Door 3 or 4? This is number 5?
Been doing it since 2021.
Oh, Jesus.
Continue.
Anyways, going into the predictions, myself and Pyro here are going to go with the best damn technical wrestler around today, Mr. Zack Sabre Jr. Everybody else is going with Mr. Kenny Omega. So, Twisted, take me into Kenny Omega.
I just personally like his in-ring style a bit better than Zack Sabre Jr.
Is this also just a bout of familiarity?
No, because I'm familiar with Zack Sabre Jr. I've watched him since the Forbidden Door came around. I was really interested in the match that he had served. I've loved his work, but I just favor...
My sister, I have also smartened you up to a lot of outside companies now.
Exactly. But at the same time, I just favor Kenny Omega's in-ring work better than Zack's.
There are people that do prefer, Kenny's style over Zack, because Zack can be a little bit slow and prodding from time to time. He's building up and he's telling the story.
This is going to be a technical clinic.
It's going to be great.
You have said that anytime this man has stepped into a...
Because Zack Sabre Jr., one of the questions that you asked earlier, name me wrestlers all time better than Mr. Kurt Angle. I'm throwing Sabre in there. You can fight me all you want, but this man is pound for pound one of the best technical wrestlers to ever grace the business of pro wrestling.
Now let me ask this: is he a second gen or is he a first gen?
First gen.
He's a first gen.
Okay.
First gen from England.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's why he's so good, because they really emphasize the technical side when you look at UK promotion.
Oh yeah, they're very much into catch-and-catch-can wrestling.
All right.
It's not all about the flash and the flare and here's the high spot and the big moment.
It's tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why so many of them transition well into the WWE network, because that umbrella is all about every match, every segment needs to tell a story.
Yeah.
It's just that sometimes they fail to incorporate into WWE just because of time constraints, because you only get so much, as opposed to in the UK, you get more time allotted to you.
And I feel like that's fair. But alright, going into more, I want to say a dream match, but not really a dream match.
That's another inter-promotional.
Here's some tag team action. El Sky Team, Unbound Co., and the Young Bucks all going at it for really no other reason than
bragging rights.
Bragging rights and brand supremacy, I guess? Because, it's AEW, CMLL. I think you're representing all three, at least 3 of the 4.
They're also highlighting Shimmer. Or Stardom.
But Stardom is, 90... Isn't that more of a women's promotion?
Mm-hmm.
An all-women's promotion? Okay, we're talking guys right now.
But we're talking about every promotion promoted on the show.
Okay. You're right. These are the promotions that...
These are the 3 main men's promotions.
Thank you.
All right, ladies, you're both pretty. Let's get going.
You know what? Yes, abuse. All right, so with the exception of Desario over here, everybody has gone Team Young Bucks. It's really just the only obvious choice because it is the Young Bucks and
it's their promotion.
It's their promotion. Plus, let's call it for what it is. How often do the Young Bucks really want to make anybody else but themselves look good?
Fair point, but I'm also going with the team that has the best wrestler in this match, and that is Mistico.
Oh my God!
So I mean, if I'm going to sit there and choose everything, yes, Nick.
Remind me again. Mistico was what, the original Sin Cara?
Sin Cara, yes, but he was also Mistico before that. He made a name as a young Mistico, came to WWE as Sin Cara. Then he had to say he had a tough time trying to transition is an understatement.
Oh, he 100, and then injuries didn't help him, so.
Kind of moved out.
He kind of went back to Mexico.
And then they made like 6 more.
You're not wrong. And then he went back to Mexico, and
now we're here.
And he's been selling out,
thriving ever since.
Yeah, and so he is probably, if you're talking worldwide superstar, he's up there in the top 10 for everybody worldwide, but not necessarily too much in America. But I'm still going with the best wrestler. Give me Mistico. That's who I'm.
I will say I think he is probably the best wrestler in this match.
Mm-hmm.
But tag team wise, are they the best?
It's the Young Bucks.
We'll see.
All right. Next up, we have the IWGP Global. I'm not butchering this name. You help me, sir.
It is Shota Umino.
Okay. Yeah, you're just going to be the only one to say that at this point. Versus Pac.
You know how to say my middle name? Very similar.
Okay. But that was the first name that I was like, yeah, no, we're not going to butcher this stuff.
Sure.
Okay. Anywho. So this kind of came about because Pac showed up in New Japan and was like, look, I just want the title. I'm going to take it. This says global. It should be global. And thus, here. Going into the predictions, we have 3 against 2. You guys picking Shota. Everybody else going Pac, more or less, probably for familiarity in this point. But your reasonings for Shota?
I don't see the title coming off of a New Japan guy at an AEW show.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time it's happened.
It wouldn't be the first time it's happened, but I just don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening with it being Shota, though.
No, Shota's way too good.
He's too good and way too prideful to drop it to just anybody. And I'm not saying Pac is just anybody, because
that man has
yes, but that man has done such a good job of carrying himself since the WWE departure.
Oh, yeah.
And he has 100% made himself a name on a global scale.
I agree with that. Plus, also the other part of it, too, where I'm going with Shota. You put the belt on Pac. He's now got the big title in the Death Riders. How is that going to ruin with that chemistry?
It needs to implode anyway.
I agree it needs to implode, but hey.
But honestly...
But is that the way you implode it?
No.
No. If it's going to implode...
It's because Wheeler Yuta won the title.
You know what? No. If Wheeler Yuta were to end up somehow being the only singles champion in the Death Riders right now, the tension that would cause for everybody else would be astronomical. As much as I know you meant that as a joke, it is very valid.
Wheeler Yuta, the only man that looks like one of my ex-boyfriends.
Anyway. But I am so excited. No. I gotta... Okay. Now we're back.
I sound a little...
But yeah, no, we, like I said, I think if Shota's gonna lose it, it's gonna be in Japan. It's gonna be against one of his own in that company.
It's gonna be out of Wrestle Kingdom.
And if he were to drop it to Pac, it would, again, have to be on Japanese soil. It's just who he is as a competitor.
But isn't Pac part of the Death Riders, too?
Yes.
So he could have outside interference that helps win the match.
You act like Shota... Alright, Shota's more of a, I'm going to do it myself, but he's definitely got a lot of allies behind him that can help.
If he has the allies, then help even the odds.
But
all power to him.
Alright, the next match on the card is the match I have been watering at the mouth for. Probably the match I have been most excited for about coming out of this weekend. The Men's Owen Hart Cup Foundation, whatever, tournament concludes at Forbidden Door with Swerve taking on Will Ospreay. I am so excited.
Their first 2 matches were instant classics.
And I don't see it being any
short of it, yeah.
Anything other than another instant classic here, especially with the fact that you win this, you main event the big one in London, All In.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see what these men pull out. I'm curious to see how the Death Riders play into this because of, them now being aligned with Swerve. Or with Ospreay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm curious to see how this new version of Swerve handles that. Their promo battle not this Wednesday that just passed, but last week was absolutely insane. Both, I don't think I've ever heard somebody make as much sense as Swerve has. And I need to know, how you going to be mad that Darby didn't climb the cage fast enough or whatever? And this is Ospreay, when he took the shot at Darby of, he can climb Mount Everest, but he can't climb a cage, talking about Darby Allin. But you're going to just let go of the fact that the Death Riders tried to break your freaking neck? I got to let that go. I got to put that behind me? What?
Take shots at this man.
If there isn't some kind of payoff of, listen, I didn't forget about this. Now that this is behind me, now that, you and I got some unfinished business somewhere down the line, I'm going to be so pissed.
I'm not going to be surprised if there's no payoff to that, because it is AEW and they are very well known for dropping storylines just at the peak.
Their wrestling is absolutely out of this world. Their storytelling, not so much.
Oh, no.
We've always said that the pay-per-views are always, they're always bangers. You're never going to be disappointed with an AEW
And here's
pay-per-view.
my thing. Coming out of Double or Nothing, Bully Ray said this on Busted Open. You can't, and LaGreca agreed with him, you can't have banger pay-per-views and then do nothing on the Dynamites and Collisions right after. Because then what? The Ospreay thing, Bully's favorite saying, has become my favorite saying, make it make sense. And this is one of those moments that just doesn't make sense. But
unless there's a payoff after.
Exactly, but everything is about what?
Drawing money.
No, the follow-up.
It's also, the follow-up draws the money.
Exactly,
yeah.
But you don't draw money if you don't have a good follow-up.
That's true. Now, with this storyline, what they could have done instead, as opposed to, I've got to let that go, they could have maybe sit there and had Ospreay be like, hey, they broke my neck. I don't want to be on their bad side, so let's go under their tutelage.
And that could be where they're going with it, but it's all
But again,
about
you gotta make it
that's
make
not
sense.
where they're hitting right
That's
now.
not what they're giving us.
No, that's not
Make
what they're
it
giving
make sense. And right now, Ospreay putting behind him the fact that they tried to unalive him is wild work.
And then what you said, what you pointed out even, and you said a fan also pointed it out, the smirk when the Death Riders came at his safety.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I get you. He did wave him off, but why would you smirk to begin with? You're supposed to be the babyface in this situation.
Right.
And given that moment, I know me and you have talked, the story is Ospreay making it to Wembley and,
having
that moment in front of the hometown. But, after the build for this match has gone, I can really see it being Swerve.
Fair.
Do I want it to be Swerve? No. I still want Ospreay here.
Take us in our
So,
predictions.
with that being said, unanimous pick. Everybody has gone Will Ospreay. Because that is the story. That is what makes sense. I need this payoff. We all need this payoff.
Oh, yeah.
Because if the first thing here isn't Ospreay wins the big one and then an immediate Death Riders feud, in which Ospreay would go over in.
Yeah.
Then what are we doing here?
I don't know. We need to get answers after this, definitely. Next up, we have the AEW Women's Title. The name again, please.
Thekla.
Thekla?
Thekla.
Thekla takes on Starlight Kid. One of these that were just thrown together, and then Thekla took it to
There's definitely some story here. Thekla, having been fired from Stardom, left a very sour taste.
Okay.
She has, on countless occasions, has gone out, stated her displeasure with the company, at one point even spitting on the logo.
That's where I was more or less getting to once it came to fruition.
Starlight Kid is I'm going to wave the flag for my brand with pride. You're not going to disrespect us like that.
Okay. See, I didn't know that if there was a whole story behind this. I know that
there's 100% story.
I know a lot of these matches are thrown together, and this being one of them, I did see her spitting on the logo, so I thought more or less that this is the reason why we're here. So going into our predictions, we have Flash and Pix taking Starlight Kid. Everybody else is going Thekla.
It's very cut and dry.
I would say
Thekla has probably been one of my favorite women in AEW. She's done so well. She's carried herself well. I don't see them throwing the title on anybody else outside of the company, outside of the AEW company right now. And I think Thekla, being the strong champion that she is, it's also just too soon to remove that title from her.
I agree wholeheartedly. Now, these two have faced each other a little bit in Stardom, not in singles action, but at least in tag team action.
But, so they're somewhat familiar.
They're very familiar with each other.
So, with us talking women, and I know this is a completely different promotion, but we're also talking about titles being defended outside of the umbrella. I didn't realize something. This weekend, not only does Lola Vice have one match with Kendall Gray, but she also is doing double duty. She has a AAA match for the NXT Women's Championship.
Solid. I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
So, who's to say she's going into Great American Bash 100%?
That's a fair point.
All right.
But I just had to make that point because I had seen it today, so I was like,
that's a very good one right there. I did not know that. Glad you brought it up. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, and then for what is most likely the main event of Forbidden Door.
It shouldn't be, but...
It shouldn't be, but it will be. We have a 12-person steel cage match.
This match makes no sense either, but...
Well, no, it doesn't. We have Team Briscoe, which obviously has Mark Briscoe, the conglomerate, with also Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and we also... Darby Allin. How can I forget it?
Darby's not part of the conglomeration, but
True.
They have...
Conglomas.
They have aligned themselves at previous points.
And then Takeshita is also in there as well, taking on Team MJF and the Don Callis family, where obviously you have MJF, Kevin Knight, Kyle Fletcher, Jake Doyle, Okada, and Andrade El Idolo. Now, how many members of the Don Callis family are there now?
If you're a heel, yes.
Thank you.
My thing is, and they pointed this out on Busted Open a few weeks ago too. There shouldn't have a need to, if you are a heel, you are automatically in the Don Callis family. Because one, it's too much, and two, you're turning into the NWO where everybody's a member and now you just have to have infighting.
Yeah, and you're also getting people lost in the shuffle in the background. Right. I mean, I'm about ready to put Josh Alexander's picture on the back of a milk carton.
Because where the hell has he been?
Oh, he's been taking all the pins for the family.
Yes, but my thing is, they put, I think her name is Danielle.
Yes.
She pointed out, shush face. I saw that look. If you go on their wiki page, they literally have a member under almost every letter of the alphabet.
That's hilarious.
At this point.
That's hilarious. But let's get into how we got here. MJF won the title back. One of the first people to come out to challenge him was Mark Briscoe. And MJF is like, you want to challenge me? I got a great idea. I'm giving a title match to Roosh.
I'm going to give it to literally everybody that's not you because you haven't proven yourself to be on the same level. You're not that great a competitor. Mm-hmm. Making every excuse in the book to duck this ass whoop.
Yep, and so we got to the point where we have a stipulation attached to this match. If Team Briscoe wins, he gets a title shot at MJF.
But let's be real, he's not going to drop the title even if they win. And he gets this title match. I'm going to love the match, but I'm going to know the outcome because there's no way in hell you're building babyface versus babyface for All In. It's going to be MJF and Ospreay come All In, or MJF and Swerve, because you can do heel versus heel.
Mm-hmm.
There are 15 members currently of the Don Callis family, including Don Callis himself.
Like I
had to look it up.
Don Callis is great. He's a great mouthpiece. He's a great manager. He's really good at helping stars, realize their worth. But at the same time, dude, you're doing too much.
And there are only 5 people that have left the Don Callis family.
You're doing too much.
So, with that being said, and with your, words being so pointed for MJF and the Callis family.
But, first off, MJF can't even get along with Andrade right now. He's on your team, sir. Play nice so you can, avoid getting your butt whooped by Mark Briscoe. But my thing is this. When it comes down to it, you have 2 specialty episodes in July of Dynamite or whatever. There is no pay-per-views for any company coming up in July. You don't have anything again till August.
August 1st.
For SummerSlam, and you don't have anything till August 30th, which is All In.
Mm-hmm.
I took a shot in the dark there.
All In is August 30th. We don't have anything from AEW for about a 2-month stretch.
True.
In that 2 months, we're going to get the MJF Mark Briscoe match.
If Mark Briscoe's the one to win this.
If Mark Briscoe's the one to win this, you know what the outcome's going to be. Like, what is this for?
Well,
what are we doing?
Fair enough. But going into predictions, you already put yourself on Team Briscoe.
Yes.
So has Flash.
Yes.
So has Beast.
Yes.
So has Twisted. Let's go MJF.
We don't have Beast.
We have picks.
Picks.
We have picks.
Whatever. Picks. Sorry.
You are Team
Sorry,
MJF.
Picks. I do apologize.
You do have Team MJF.
I mean, same brain. I mean, they are together, so.
But my thing is, here's the thing is, the conglomeration and Darby and Takeshita are all very much a like-minded goal, and it's, I want to destroy MJF and I want to destroy the Don Callis family. They've got a lot more chemistry there. Minus the addition of Takeshita, we are seeing a lot of the, we're going to see a lot of tension, a lot of egos really get in the way of MJF completing the goal of avoiding the match with Mark Briscoe.
I still see them finding a backdoor way to have the match with Mark Briscoe, but I see what happens here is MJF not necessarily getting the win for his team, but Andrade getting the win for his team, and then that way be like, hey, I just saved you from this ass whooping that Briscoe would have given you. You owe me. And then that way we have a little title shot with them. I don't see Andrade taking the belt, but able to give a nice little story, because MJF has literally been a man with everybody pointing their guns at him, whether they are faces or heels, and this would work perfectly with him.
What is the common thing when you are the champion?
You're always the hunted.
Target on the back.
The hunter will always become the hunted.
Mm-hmm.
There's always the big ass target on your back.
Yeah.
Sure. Alright, with that does conclude AEW's Forbidden Door. That is 4 of 4 for us for this weekend.
Thank you guys for bearing with us.
We come back next the 1st, potentially, for our recap.
I want to say the 1st and the 5th for the breakdowns of all 4 shows.
Alright. We hope you guys enjoyed all. Laters.